What is going on, everybody? We're
Welcome
back
to the
with
month of October.
the month of October. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
Together we are.
HellaDepraved.
All right.
And it's Halloween.
This is an exciting time of the year for us because October
Is Halloween.
is Halloween month.
The whole month.
For the last 2 years, we've done our Shocktober celebration, and basically what we've done is put names of songs into the Michael Myers mask that's sitting back there in the corner that you can't
With
see because it's behind Cat.
Halloween or spooky or witchy themes.
And we draw out of it and we pick songs. We're doing something a little different this year for a couple reasons. One, I'm out of songs. Two,
Poor Michael is disintegrating.
Michael
He's
is
been
dying.
Overly used.
His mask is seen better days.
Right. He
So
got way too much head.
he's just sitting there until we replace him.
He keeps pointing. Freddy's up here. Michael's hiding.
A shelf down below.
He's hiding. Yeah. He does
Basically, what we did is we went to this website.
This was sometime in the middle of the year too. It was just
It was
something
like
we
around
came
springtime.
across. And we're like, oh, that's actually kind of a fantastic idea. Because
It's from a website called Kerrang. I don't know what Kerrang is. But they have a list of the top 50 most evil songs. So that's what we're covering. We're starting off at 50 and working our way down. Now, we're not doing all 50. We're not doing all 50. Basically, it's a collection of songs that I'm going to be able to stomach listening to. I do not like super heavy metal that sound like demons and gargoyles and goblins and shit.
Right.
That is not my thing.
So he went through the 50 and just sort of
I went through the
out which
50.
ones
There are several I know for a fact I can listen to because I'm familiar with either the bands of some sort or I know what they kind of sound like. The only light band that we would have understood all of that I did not include on the list is the Beatles because of it's the Beatles and I don't like the Beatles.
Yeah, well, you know.
And the song Helter Skelter being on the list is only on the list because
of Charles
Manson
interpretation of it,
his interpretation of the song is so
Right.
wild and crazy. It's the song itself is not
evil. And I want to clarify, evil is subjective.
Yes.
You know, we're not really going for like an evil vibe. We're going for something that qualifies as spooky season music. And what is normally vilified tends to be the most interesting stuff anyway.
Right, so some of these songs will end up on a playlist. We do have a playlist. You can find that in the description below.
You can find that in the description below on all of our
On
videos.
all of our reactions. And that playlist hosts all of the songs we deem spooky-worthy.
Right. And I want to clarify, they are not Halloween specific.
No.
People find enjoyment in it. Well, I mean, like, people. I am people. I listen to it all the time. And there's over 12 hours of music on there right now.
A lot of music.
So hit it up.
Now,
enjoy it.
with that being said, number 50 spot, and we'll be skipping numbers, so you guys are going to be like, why does it go from like 50 to 47? Because things are being skipped, okay?
Right.
Things I don't want to listen to. We will not be ending on number 1. We'll actually be ending on number 2, because again, the number 1 song is all blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't need to hear the Tasmanian Devil on a fucking song, okay? Starting off with one of, actually, my favorite classic rock band. I was excited to see them on the list, as they should be.
Okay. They should be. They should be, yeah.
This is Motley Crue. The song is called Shout at the Devil. I have heard this song. She has heard this song.
I do not classify this as evil, but I understand why it's on the list, considering its content.
Right.
In terms of just, like,
And
what they're talking about.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk. We're going to listen to the song. We're going to pause it, talk about things, and then I will go through and read to you guys what they say on why it's on the list.
Okay.
We'll agree whether it's on the list or not, and then we'll also choose whether or not it's going to go onto our playlist.
Right. Does it qualify as Shocktober worthy?
Yes.
Also,
we're going with the live version.
Right.
Because classic rock bands tend to always get blocked if it's not the live version for whatever reason. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. It's a thing. I mean, everybody from back then was signed is part of the problem.
Right. So, with that being said, we're going to react to this if you guys have already seen it, because we have. If not, well, we haven't seen this specific live performance, but we've heard the song.
Yeah.
If not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over to all things. Come on back and to that because we're commentary reaction breakdown comedy channel. And what that means is we will pause for any and or all of the above.
Correct.
It is time to slash it up and break it down. This is Motley Crue with Shout! 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 Sorry.
We've heard it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just once.
Or 12,000.
Yeah.
Again, Motley Crue was my favorite classic rock band growing up. Dr. Feelgood album, one of my top 5 albums all time.
Actually, that's a good one.
The whole album is fantastic. I love it. Anyways, let's get it.
We're shining the devil!
This intro guitar riff reminds me a lot of White Zombie's More Human Than Human. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
okay,
dun,
okay.
dun,
I could see that.
Anyways.
He's a wolf screaming, Lordy, hey, man, loves ain't hard to play. He when you rock me to that lay, wait on the right, way too loud, running it loud, running around. Seems the wheel, you stand out a little bit strong. Loud, shout, 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 shout the devil. Shout, shout, shout.
Okay. I gotta pause for some entertaining things here. Okay, I have the lyrics pulled up. I have the lyrics pulled up because it has been a while since I've heard this song.
I don't believe he sang the first verse.
I am pretty sure he is only singing the last word of every verse, of every line. I'm hearing, night here on the stage. I understand Nikki Sixx is getting old.
This is lazy.
But this is lazy, sir. Lazy. Sing the whole song.
I mean, like, I will say, so far...
At least his voice sounds...
stage presence and the pyromania, that's
I will totally
beautiful.
give them props that I could not give to Blue Oyster Cult from last year's 50
that was so
or 30
disappointing
songs.
because I've seen them Blue Oyster Cult live.
We did a
They
Blue
weren't like
Oyster
that.
Cult song. It was the...
Fear the Reaper.
the Seasons Don't Fear the Reaper. Or Don't Fear the Reaper, I think it's just
But
what
it's
called.
just Don't Fear the... Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's Don't Fear, and then in parentheses, it's like The Reaper.
Reaper.
Anyways, we watched a live performance from them last year because they were going... That was one of my picks for... Ow!
But they're live
It was terrible.
low energy,
They didn't even
low
look like they
energy.
wanted to be there.
Which, like I said, is disappointing because I had seen them live,
You itch.
not even 7 years previous, and they still had energy. So, everyone's getting older, but come on, sir.
Yeah, sing your song.
Remember the lyrics, goddammit.
Right.
Shout! Love here high, love between your thigh. Come on by, straight to the kiss with the real big and bad. Wait on it now. Wait to the kiss, what on it is. Right on the draw. She's a wheeler, he's got out a little bit strong.
Shout! Shout! Shout!
Shout at the devil.
Again, sir.
Lazy.
Sir.
Lazy.
I don't know what this shit is.
I'm going to need you to enunciate. Honestly, he's not singing all of the lyrics, and where he ends in certain parts, like be strong and laugh, and like he ends with laugh. He doesn't like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what, but it is supposed to be live from Crue Fest, which means you're the headliners, which means maybe go back over the lyrics. It's okay. I do like that he's got that classic 80s sound still.
Yeah.
You know.
His voice is at least still able to hit the notes for the most part. I mean, he is struggling a little more than he used to.
Maybe it's a struggle that means that he just has to, like, just make the sounds.
Now, what's funny is,
enunciation.
so this is actually from 2 years ago. When I was trying to figure out which Shout at the Devil live I was going to do, I had actually chosen one newer.
Right.
It's worse.
Oh, dear God.
I know you're probably thinking, how could it be worse? It is.
Okay.
But the problem is the older ones, the older lives, where he is enunciating the things that he's saying, and he's also obviously a lot younger, like it's like 80s, 90s live shows. The sound quality is so shit because of the time, and because, I mean, obviously, concert live crowd, like live sound has gotten better over the years, but it sounds so bad. And just in terms of just overall sound, I was like, I can't do this to myself.
Right.
I was,
or anybody else.
or anyone else.
Still looks like it would be fun.
I would still love to see them in concert.
Exactly.
Because at least I could probably sing the same amount of words by memory he is.
Right. Right. I'll go with option A. What he's doing right now. I'm fine with that.
Right.
I can sing along to that.
Right. Especially if I'm drunk. He might be drunk.
Da-da-da! Right? Right.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby.
Rock on. What are we doing? Are we interpreting? Like, I'm so confused.
Blah, 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 to me.
That was in no way Shout at the Devil. No way. Like, it cannot even, like, I'm sorry, you didn't even hit any of the consonants in there. That's just not, that was a,
He's speaking in tongues, let him be.
well, apparently the devil and he have a much better relationship than he's admitting to. This sounds to me like it's now domestic.
Demonic?
Domestic. Demonic. Yeah.
Double
like,
D's?
instead of...
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, instead of shouting at the devil because, you know, you want to get rid of him, it's shouting at the devil to go sleep on the goddamn couch tonight.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a wolf screaming over here at night. Those ain't hard. Hey, 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 see when you rock into the land. Way to the right, way to the left, love is alive. Right around. Seeing her with a
Somebody, please tell me
I am so
that
not
this is a
disappointed.
parody track over a live
so-
performance.
I'm so not even disappointed. I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not even disappointed. This is fantastic. He did hit the first sentence. You could tell that he's the wolf, you know, but fuck all after that. He's just like, not, again, it's not even the right consonants. Like, maybe it's just like, not even the right universe. You know? It's... That's fucking fantastic.
Does Nikki Sixx have a newly acquired speech impediment?
I can't believe you're Googling that shit. I think maybe, like so many, it's a degrading memory, honestly. Like, I wouldn't blame him for that. However, this being one of the most popular of their, well, I should say one of the more well-known of their songs, one would think after all the years of singing and performing this, he could at least get the consonant sound down, even if he doesn't want to sing each word perfectly. You know what I mean?
That's not Nikki Sixx singing. I've been fucking that up this whole time.
Right.
Hold on. Somebody's gonna come along and be like, "You were so dumb."
No.
We all knew.
Isn't it Vince?
Is it Vince?
I thought his name was Vince.
I think it's Vince. Vince Neil.
I have no idea. I can't read it. What you're doing? It's too small.
He plays harmonica.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Nicky's one of the pianist, sorry, as well as a guitar player.
He's an amazing guitar player.
I think he does bass,
that.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Is Vince Neil sick? Okay, so he fell off stage at some point.
Oh,
Broke some things.
that's fucked up.
So that's a thing.
Now, I've seen, I mean, first of all, he has more energy than I have in a goddamn day. Just
Okay,
prancing
he was
around on
probably
stage.
drunk during this performance. Apparently he's got severe liver problems right now,
Oh.
which is not cool.
No, it's not, but
Um,
you live hard and fast and, you know. But I have seen so many of the people that perform on stage fall at some point.
Again, though, I do apologize to everyone for getting the name wrong from the beginning. So here's the thing. Tommy Lee, obviously, I remembered Tommy Lee was in the band for sure. I know Nikki Sixx is in it, but I couldn't remember what he did.
Right.
None of the other names rung a bell until I read Vince Neil's name.
Oh. Okay.
And then I was like, oh yeah, Vince.
I was just letting you run with it because my memory is also
We're old,
slightly
y'all.
skewed, and so while I thought that his name was Vince, and Nikki always had that interesting black hairdo, you know.
Right.
Anyway,
Anyways, now that the band and us have all made ourselves look like asses, let us continue.
I think all of us are fine with it. Is kind of the thing.
All right, that's kind of where we're at now. Okay, I had to look this up because I was confused.
What?
Apparently, this is just a badass guitarist thing to do. Mick Mars, who's their guitarist.
Right.
I swear to God, there's been several times I've seen him. I'm like, is Slash playing with them?
Right.
But Slash plays for Guns N' Roses.
Right.
So I was making sure like Slash didn't replace somebody in Motley Crue.
Right.
But apparently they just dressed alike. Apparently that was just a badass
It's
guitarist
kind
thing to
of a
do in the
normal thing
fucking
to do.
80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
With the hat. It honestly kind of reminds me of some of Alice Cooper's shit too.
Yeah.
It's a very voodooin priest crossroads.
Gothic. Voodoo Gothic priest.
Well, yeah, I would have said it's Papa Legba inspired, but yeah.
Right.
It's out of the devil! It's out of the devil! Well, let me see you shout over here tonight! It's out of the devil! It's out of the devil! It's out of the devil! Everybody make some fucking noise!
Woo! He can talk just fine. So maybe
I
he just
love
doesn't
the
remember the
flames
words.
behind him. I think also you got to think about the syncopation that they established back in the 80s. Like, maybe he was on a lot of coke. Because honestly, I don't have the ability to talk that fast in terms of what each sentence has to get in, you know, musical timing. So again, I don't have a problem necessarily with just like kind of slurring it a bit, but the fact that he's not hitting any of the consonants in terms of like just giving you a pinpoint of where the fuck he is
Right.
my like issue with it. There's plenty of people that hit the sound without saying the words. Fucking fine, but at least make sure that like you're saying one of the words per sentence, or like, you know, using some of the sounds in that sentence. It's just, that's what I'm like, really? You are just, this is just impromptu. This whole thing is improv. It's great. I mean, at least he knows the timing signature persons.
Right. All right.
Finish it up.
Let's finish it up.
Shout the devil!
And honestly, it's not even a shout at the devil. It's just shout out devil. So, I mean, it sounds like he could be taking shots as well. And they're just devil shots. That's fine. That's fine. You do you, boo.
All right, so
I did absolutely love the stage show, though.
Yeah.
Like, I
Great
don't
stage
have
presence.
a problem with the entire thing. I think it's just fucking funny, is what I'm saying.
right.
But I do appreciate the pyrotechnics and so on and so forth.
So, going through the lyrics a little bit before we get into why it's on the list. Obviously starts off, shout, shout, shout at the devil. Verse 1, he's the wolf screaming lonely in the night. He's the bloodstain on the stage. He's the tear in your eye. Been tempted by his lie. He's the knife in your back. He's rage. He's the razor to the knife. Oh, lonely is our lives. My head's spinning round and round, but in the seasons of wither, we'll stand and deliver. Be strong and laugh and shout at the devil.
Right.
Honestly, it's the way it's written is almost like them telling the devil to just back the fuck off for a minute.
Well, that's what it says. It's resisting temptation.
Because they are very much not a Christian rock band. I mean, they had pentagrams on their drum sets.
No. This is more just resisting temptation type thing. Like, there's certain extremes that you just cannot go for because you're going to end up broken or betrayed, basically, yeah.
Right. And then he goes on to say, he'll be the love in your eyes, he'll be the blood between your thighs, and then he'll have you cry for more. He'll put strength to the test, he'll put the thrill back in bed, sure you've heard it all before. He'll be the risk in the kiss, might be anger on your lips, might run scared for the door, but in seasons of wither will stand and deliver, be strong and laugh, and then he repeats the first verse again.
Right.
So this was actually written by Nikki Sixx.
Now,
The lyrics
which
were.
might be why you got that stuck in your head.
Right.
I don't know the background on this one, but I wonder if it wasn't written about addiction.
Sixx was exploring Satanism at the time and wanted to call the song and the album Shout with the Devil.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Just to give a little background of the song. Zutat was having a hard enough time getting the label to promote the band, and he knew that the title would make it an even harder sell, but Sixx was determined to go with the devil theme, telling Zutat, it just looks cool. It's meaningless symbols and shit. I'm just doing it to piss people off. It's not like I worship Satan or something.
Go, Nikki.
When Zutat saw Sixx 2 nights later, he witnessed a knife and fork rise off the table and stick into the ceiling. Zutat writes, I looked at Nikki and freaked out. There's no more shout with the devil. If you keep shouting with the devil, you're going to get killed. I truly believe that Nikki had unknowingly tapped into something evil, something more dangerous than he could control, that was on the verge of seriously hurting him. Nikki must have realized the same thing because he decided on his own to change the album title to Shout at the Devil.
I feel like they were on too much drugs.
I feel like drugs were
Put the
involved.
LSD down, boys.
Drugs were definitely
Right.
involved. Going over the website that we
Why
pulled this
it's on the list of
off
evil,
of.
yeah.
This is from Kerrang's list, number 50. Shout at the Devil, 1983. The title track from Crue's breakthrough second album caused the kind of controversy that would define the world's most notorious rock band. Pinned by bassist Nikki Sixx, its lyrical preoccupation with the horned one, coupled with the LA Bad Boys' burgeoning mainstream success, meant Christian groups were up in arms. Despite their protestations, that's a thing, the most evil thing about the song was the misguided reworking on 1997's Sinfully Bad Generation's Wine album.
I like that. Whoever wrote that has a sense of humor.
Whoever wrote this, he or she, admits
It's not
that
really
it's not
evil.
really an evil song.
But people at the time considered it to be.
It's the aura of the song and the band at the time.
Album, too.
The Motley Crue again was very
Infamous.
infamous.
It's a good word.
Which is probably why I liked them so much, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
they have good music too. That's not it
If you think
either.
about a lot of rock from the 80s, they all were.
Right.
Because they did not give a fuck about what they like. You think about Ozzy or Kiss or Motley Crue or Alice Cooper, or I mean, it really, music has been an outlet for anarchists and just the outsiders, the other, for a long time. And
Right.
they were finally just like, you know what, we're rebelling, just fuck you, we're gonna do what we want to do. And they're just symbols, dude. They're just symbols. I feel like the story behind that was drugs.
Drugs.
This is not the Matrix. Okay.
Right.
But yeah. All right.
Okay. We will not be covering numbers 49 or 48. They are both songs that I personally can't stand to listen to. 49 is Waytain, is the name of the band. Song's called Devil's Blood. And then 48 is Possessed, and the song is called The Exorcist. Again, that's one of the songs I was like, I would have loved for this to be great.
Right, but it sounds like demonic vomiting.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. So the next song, number 47, so tomorrow's song on the channel, barring any things getting blocked.
Okay.
You guys are going to listen while we watch the video because we will not be able to show this video.
It's a little gruesome.
It's a gruesome video.
Yeah.
But the song is Sonic Youth featuring Lydia Lunch, and the song is called Death Valley 69.
All right.
So that is going to be the next song that we cover on the list. If you guys would like to find the list, just type in the 50 most evil songs ever. You'll see what has a possibility of coming up. I'm not going to go through the whole list with you guys here. But yeah, so number 47 will be the next song that we cover.
Tomorrow.
Sonic Youth, Death Valley 69, and that'll be tomorrow.
All right.
So, if you guys like the video...
Isn't that Manson?
/
What was going on in Death Valley in 69?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. If you guys like the video, / that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below. What did you think of this
Motley
live
Crue
version
has
of Motley
fucking
Crue's
great.
shout? Oh, wait!
That was great. What?
Thumbs up or down? Does it go on the list?
Shout at the Devil goes on the list. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Here's the thing. It may not be evil in the terms of what this initial list had made it play out.
It's definitely
But
spooky season.
But it's very much aimed at or involving Satan in some way, shape, or form, which is spoopy to really anybody.
I mean, but more than that, he's talking about wolves and nighttime and blood and temptation and, avarice and sin. And so therefore, it belongs on a spooky season list. That's
Agreed.
fine.
Agreed. I'm going to go ahead and throw it on before we...
Because I do want to clarify, our list is not based on, devil and satanic stuff and everything. That's not what this is. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that is actually, Halloween explicit. A lot of your classics, like Michael Jackson's Thriller. Stuff like that, so...
Add to playlist, HellaDepraved, Shocktober.
Nice.
Alright! So if you liked the video, / that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below. What did you think of Motley Crue? Shout out the devil. Also comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our social media platforms. Mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later. Peace!